Ah, nouveau contenu. Du coup, est-ce qu'on va voir le nouveau contenu ou est-ce qu'on continue toujours tout droit? Bon bah du coup, comme c'est nouveau, on va aller voir, hein.
Oh good, you notice my sign. Yes, I have something very exciting to show you.
Vas-y, fais... montre. Ah, ils m'ont passé les explications. En soi, c'est bien. Si c'était les mêmes, c'était pas très intéressant.
You see, Stanley, I've been reflecting on the Stanley parable and about how roundly disappointing this ultra-deluxe version has turned out to be. The original Stanley parable was a landmark, and any new content for it should live up to that legacy. So forget this ultra-deluxe nonsense. I say we take it one step even further. Which is why I'm very proud to announce for the first time ever, the Stanley Parable 2.
Ah ouais. Wow.
Yes, you see, isn't this far superior to a measly re-release with a few minor additions? Think of all the new territory we'll cover with a fully fledged sequel. An entirely new experience, built from the ground up. Why, there are so many possibilities. It could go in so many different directions. This is what fans have truly been asking for. Calling it the Stanley Parable 2 is just so much catchier than Ultra Deluxe, don't you think? Ultra Deluxe? What does it even mean? But the Stanley Parable 2, now that's an artistic statement right there. It's future-oriented. It screams progress and innovation and long-term franchising potential.
Même sur les ordi portables maintenant.
Now, to be clear, I haven't quite nailed down what exactly the Stanley Parable 2 is going to be, but let's take a look at some of the features I've been developing for it. I figure that if I can loosely organize a handful of interesting concepts, that surely the game will sort of naturally spring up around them. It'll all work itself out. Game development is much more of a fuzzy magic than anything scientific or logical, really.
Bon, pour l'instant, je vais juste suivre le chemin.
Here we are. Go on, try out some of the new features.
D'accord, donc du coup, je vais où d'abord? Je vais d'abord à gauche, où il y a les deux portes là-bas. Ou je vais par là? À gauche ou à droite? Left. À gauche ou à droite? Ah, mais c'est la même.
For the Stanley Parable 2, I asked myself, what do players really want? And of course, the first and most obvious answer is that they want to be individually recognized and validated as people. So with that in mind, my first addition to the game is this button which speaks the name of the person playing the game. Isn't that wonderful?
Vas-y, je veux entendre mon nom dans le jeu. Ça marche pas. Bouh, ça marche pas. Ah, mais il est là le bouton. D'accord, bah j'ai essayé des boutons factices. Nice.
Jim. Sorry, I should have clarified. Right now, the button only says the name Jim. But of course, in the final game, this button will say your name, whatever name that is. Here, let's have you role-play as Jim to really simulate the full experience of this feature. Just play along. I promise you'll love it. Okay, here we go. Let's take a deep breath, clear your mind, forget whoever you are, and simply become a person named Jim. I want you to... Jim. Whoa, hold on. I wasn't finished setting up the backstory. If you don't properly roleplay as Jim, then you'll never understand the impact of this button. Otherwise, it's just a stupid button that says somebody else's name. Okay, we're doing it again, and this time let me finish first. Now, allow yourself to become Jim. Jim. All right, fine, whatever. It's just a meaningless button that says Jim. Are you happy now? Get out of here. I'm done with this button. Why don't you go humiliate me in front of a different feature that I worked very hard on? Jim. See, if you'd only played along, that would have been your name the button says. But no. Instead, Jim. Oh, I can't even think about it. Jim. I'm taking the Jim button away.
A few moments later.
Bon, on va arrêter, ça devient chiant, mais c'est trop drôle.
Maybe I'll only let people named Jim play the Stanley Parable too. They would appreciate what I've created here. An epilogue would be fun, wouldn't it, Stanley? Yes, it will go at the end of the, well, we'll figure that out later. Okay, I'll be honest, I haven't yet decided on this one. I think that in the new version, the office could use a bit of decoration, like balloons. But I'm undecided on Get Well Someday and Happy 12th Birthday. Which would you go with? You know, sometimes when you solicit another person's opinion, it makes you realize that you knew which one you actually really wanted all along. Get Well Someday it is.
Je peux encore appuyer sur les boutons. Bon, bah c'est pas grave, on va laisser les boutons tranquilles.
Or actually, maybe I should have gone with... No, I've made my decision, we're moving on.
Ah d'accord, donc en fait t'étais obligé d'avoir... le Get Well
A common
Someday.
complaint of the Stanley Parable was that it was confusing and paradoxical, that it engendered a chaotic sense of reckless despair in those who played it. Well, I'm happy to say that after much consideration, I've engineered a clever solution to this fundamental problem with the game. It's the Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket. You see, Stanley, anytime you're holding the bucket, a sense of calm and ease will fill your mind and your heart. It's true. As long as you hold on to the bucket, the many disorienting contradictions of the Stanley Parable will feel perfectly normal and perhaps even comforting. You may even come to long for the gentle embrace of jarring cognitive dissonance while the bucket is in your arms. And to be honest, it's a much more convenient solution for me than actually redesigning the game to be less uncomfortable. Can you imagine what a pain in the ass that would be? Yes, the bucket is the perfect solution. Come on, give it a try.
Mais j'attendais que ça, tu sais.
Can you feel it? The glow of comfort, even in the face of crushing despair, must already be sweeping through your body. And in
Pendant un
fact,
instant, j'ai cru
can
qu'il
I
se
say
foutait
that I
de
do
moi.
believe the bucket lends you an air of charisma as well? I think that just holding it has made you the slightest bit more attractive as a person. The benefits of the bucket seem to go on, don't they? All this and more await you in the Stanley Parable too.
Ouais, et du coup, maintenant, j'en fais quoi? Je sors.
Does anyone give out awards for most enjoyable bucket in a video game? That really should be an award if it isn't already.
Du coup, on va aller là.
Now here's something special. You remember that broken test achievement that got left in the game on accident? Well, I'm developing a technology to simply give you the achievement. Yes, you see, you'll come to this lever and when you pull it, the achievement will be given to you. Okay, perhaps I should have clarified. This is technology that will exist. Right now, the achievement is still fully broken. I'm not a wizard, Stanley, but I guarantee it will be fixed in the sequel to at last satisfy the hordes of ravenous fans all over the world who have been uproariously demanding this feature. Gamers, we hear you, and I promise it will happen.
Du coup, je vais où, moi, avec ton seau,
What
là?
else? What other exhibits haven't we seen yet?
Oh! Nice! Oh!
You know what? Let's bring the jump circle back for Stanley Parable 2 as well. It's... Oh, wait. You already spent all your jumps the first time we saw the jump circle? Oh well. I suppose it can just be a nice decorative piece then.
Mais je voulais encore le faire. Dommage. Là, je veux dire, du coup, il y a... C'est où que j'ai pas encore été, du coup? J'ai fait tellement de trucs, je sais plus. Je vais aller où après, du coup? Ah là, là au-dessus, peut-être. C'est ici? Oh, en tout cas, ça a l'air joli.
Ah, collectibles. Now it's a real video game. In the Stanley Parable 2, you'll run around gathering up these miniature Stanley figurines. And what's truly innovative is that there will be no reward for collecting all of them. I don't want to stifle the intrinsic joy of watching a number go up. You simply collect all of them, and then you move the hell on with your unremarkable life.
Oh! En vrai, je m'attendais pas à ce qu'il y ait ça, en vrai. Ça m'a surpris, je m'y attendais pas.
God, it really is the worst when you collect everything in a video game and then they give you a big fancy reward for it. Absolutely tragic.
Mais... Bizarre, il me semblait avoir déjà été par ici. Et si tu dis que je l'ai pas encore fait, je te crois. Eito. Alors...
Stanley, here's an idea that I'm truly fond of. It's never been done before in a video game. This is in fact a hole that you can fall down forever. That's right. Infinite falling. You can fall until the end of time if you like. A stunning leap forward for video games as a medium.
Bon bah, on y va. Wouh! En vrai, je voulais juste lâcher le seau dedans, mais ça a pas marché.
Isn't it wonderful? One of my more ingenious concoctions, if I do say so. Now then, since you've gotten to see the infinite hole, you can press the teleport button to pop back up to the top, and we can continue onward. Now, I don't mean to be a bummer, but I do recommend you use the teleport button to go back to the top. Maybe do it on the sooner rather than later spectrum of things.
T'as eu un bon timing pour me dire reste-y parce que j'étais à 2 doigts d'appuyer sur le
Okay,
Y.
Stanley, I don't know quite how to say this tactfully, but it's possible that I slightly exaggerated the infinite nature of the whole. Is it a very, very deep hole? To be certain it is. It's an extremely deep hole.
Bah,
I
du
don't
coup,
want
c'est le
anyone to
but
say
de
that it
plus sans
isn't
fond,
an
en fait.
astonishingly deep hole. It is. Is it infinite? Well, that sort of depends on your definition of infinity. From one perspective, the infinite is merely philosophical in nature. It's more of a... Okay, well, good for you. You found the bottom of the hole. You found me out, Stanley. I'm a liar and a cheat, and you're so clever. Look, I think the issue here is just that you're unusually fascinated by falling. What normal person actually wants to fall infinitely? I figured the hole was as deep as anyone would actually need. Don't you put this on me. Maybe you're the problem. Look, things got a little heated there. I think we both said some things we didn't mean. Why don't we just put all this behind us and agree to just call the hole mostly infinite? If that works for you, then go ahead and press the teleport button to warp up to the top of the hole and we can move on. I'll just be up here when you're ready.
Oh, du coup, ici, j'attends encore ou je peux revenir à la surface du coup.
Great. Now, I'm very excited to show you even more of my ideas for the sequel.
Encore Rechute. Ok, très bien. Très bien. Oui.
Oh, for heaven... I was right. The problem is you. The problem is that you like holes too much. Not normal. A normal person would have said, yep, that's an infinite hole right there. Goes on forever till the end of time. Don't need to see it all, but not you. Oh, no, 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 no. You have a weird sort of... Oh. Did the hole seem even shorter to you this time? I couldn't help but feel like you spent a little less time in there than you did before. I mean, admittedly, I didn't make an infinite hole, but I didn't think it was that not infinite. Well, I suppose once again there's nothing to do here. If you decide you've had enough of the hole, you can hit the teleport button and come join me up above.
Et cette fois, on voit le dessus du trou. On voit la sortie.
Had enough? I'm positively thrilled. I really do have so much more to show you and to talk about, and I've had enough of the hole for a lifetime.
Du coup, tu m'as dit aller une fois. Oui, bah oui, j'ai envie parce que je me dis. Tu m'as dit d'y aller une fois. Bah voilà, j'y suis allée, mais après je me dis, et si j'y retourne?
Wow. Okay. Yes. I'm starting to become extremely certain that the hole is not only not infinite, but that it's growing steadily less and less infinite. I suspect that I'm starting to hit the point where it's no longer feasible to call the hole infinitely deep, even by the lax overall standards for accountability in marketing. What's going on here? Stanley, I have no explanation for the uncertain nature of the hole's length. Here, let's try something. Let's pop back up to the top, and we'll see if it gets any shorter.
Ah, du coup, il m'encourage à
ressortir. The shame of my lies. How is this still appealing to you? I know you're obsessed with holes, but at this depth, I just can't see this scratching the itch. Oh, who am I to judge? You just do whatever it is you're here to do and hit the teleport button when you're ready to move on.
Mais je suis à la surface, non? What? Ça marche pas.
Is the, teleport button not working?
No.
You sure? Well, I mean, I really don't have an explanation. It was working just a moment ago. Try it again. Still nothing? Well, I suppose there is one thing I can do to fix this. I'm out. Goodbye, Stanley. You couldn't bear to be away from the hole, and now you'll get more time with it than you could ever have asked for. It's a win for everyone. You get to be with the hole, I get to do literally anything else. Take care, Stanley. I hope you and the hole have a wonderful rest of eternity together.
Vas-y, t'es pas vraiment parti, tu t'es juste éloigné du micro. Fais pas genre. Reviens. Reviens. Bon. Eh, je peux pas sortir. Eh, je peux pas sortir. Non, mais allez, là, c'est pas drôle. Il s'est vengé, le vilain. En même temps, c'est pas sympa. Ils t'ont habitué à... Oh. Ils t'ont habitué à sauter avec le... Avec le cercle, là. Et du coup, bah, moi, maintenant, j'appuie pour sauter. Mais ça marche pas. Non, mais pourquoi t'as fait ça? Je te faisais confiance, Saito, tu m'as trahi. Changez votre perspective. Waouh. Boum. 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 C'est stylé en vrai. Bon, j'espère juste qu'elles sont pas copyright les musiques parce que sinon... Wow. Oh. Et puis quand ça déraille autant en fait dans le jeu. Et justement, il vient d'apparaître le Y. Donc, du coup, ça cache un petit peu le chat, mais c'est dérangeant ou c'est pas dérangeant?
Stanley? 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 Oh, good, you're awake. It seems you had sort of dozed off there.
Ah, c'est un rêve!
Dreamland. But we can't because this hole is just so darn fascinating that I want you to be wide awake for every second of it. You don't want to miss a single moment. So how about if I just pop in from time to time and wake you up to keep you really truly focused on the hole? From the looks of things, you and I will have many, many years here in this hole, and I'm looking forward to all of them. Stay alert, Stanley. I'll be back. Toodle-pip.
Laisse-moi sortir. Oh. Eh, attends, j'étais... Ah, il m'a repopé là, du coup.
Here we are. Go on. Try out some of the new features.
Puis va par ici? Ah, sortie. Ah ouais, d'accord, ok.
All right. Have you seen everything you wanted to? Ready to move on now?
Ouais.
So, Stanley,
Ah,
what do you
trop.
think? Do you like all of the new features? Yes, I know it's not exactly clear yet how exactly these features will come together as one single coherent video game, but I can feel it in my soul. It's going to work. There's definitely a good game in there somewhere. Say, let's do an experiment. I'll arrange these new features together, and we'll see whether or not it coheres into a
M'asseoir,
meaningful
du coup?
gameplay
Non.
experience. Okay. Are you ready? Here it is. I give you the Stanley Parable 2.
D'accord.
Well, I mean, there's potential here, right? It's sort of... Okay, never mind. Hold on. Let me do a different arrangement. Okay, yes, this is much better. I feel good about this. Here we go. Version 2.
Wow.
Who am I kidding, Stanley? This isn't a coherent video game at all. It's a lot of gags. And I do very much enjoy creating gags, but they don't add up to anything. I wanted more than anything to create a sequel that would capture all the magic of the first game. I wanted fans to love it. No matter how good these gags are, they won't stand on their own. They would need the structure and the gameplay of the original. Wait, maybe that's it. I can take the original Stanley Parable and simply, well, insert a few of my new features into it. Tastefully, of course. With respect. With care for the vision and integrity of the original game. Would it possibly work? I suppose it could. But it would need a really, really tremendous title screen. A title screen that says with bold and uncompromising conviction, "This is the Stanley Parable 2. Let me see if I can whip something up. All right, perfect. Go ahead. Take a look.
Oh. Intéressant. Du coup, j'ai juste envie de voir jusqu'où va aller l'écran d'accueil. Hey, psst, vous êtes où?